Well, I'm not going to play this title song, even if it's awesome, over and over again for every episode. Hey everyone, welcome back to Legend of Mana, second part. It's a bit late than what I usually stream at, but which is the newest. But I think we can complete a couple of missions before I call a day off. Excuse me. Road has been really weird. I mean, it's usually weird for me most of the time. Let's get into our first order of business now, which is heading back to Domina. Do I have anything to sell? I have an iron pot. Just one clear feather. So since I think I have 2 of those wind caps. That must be armor. Yeah, 2 wind caps, so I'll need like 7 more clear feathers, and that's 40k right over there, but nothing that we can sell right now. We are going to go and catch a pet for us. Now, there is some trick. I'm not really sure how it works, but you can go to the inn and pick up what is that Catwoman, right? The one we met yesterday. So you can go to the inn to the very right. You can pick up the Wisdom of Gaia quest with her, bring her over here, and I think that's one way to get a different pet, and the other one is to have a save file of Final Fantasy VII, I believe. So this monster egg would turn into a bird egg that would end up hatching as a chocobo, something like that, which is fairly strong. This one is a rabbit, basically, the very first monster that we encountered. So if you want a different one, there are a couple of ways around. Just look online, you will find it. I'm not entirely sure how it works. But Onion Bro is here for us to give us a tutorial on how to catch monster eggs. So this is a small gimmick or a mini game in itself, catching these monsters. There are 2 ways to do it, but even before I go and explain you the details of how to catch it, there are a couple of things. So we have different types of monsters. There will be beasts like the one which is this one, and they fall into the beast category. There will be birds. I think dragons are a different category, and they just make their own, dragon eggs are their own land. I think land dragon is one. I don't remember the other types of dragons. There is that box we have seen before on this channel as well. It's a chest, like a mimic from Soul series, but yeah, if its synchro effect is you get higher rarity items. So it's analogous to wearing the mimic headgear in Dark Souls, is to have a mimic pet following you. And whenever its synchro effect is active, and if you kill monsters while that is in effect, the chances of dropping rarer items, or the monster drop table as also has different tiers of rarity, and with that synchro effect, that the rarity tier will be higher than what it would otherwise be. So it's helpful in farming. The other factor is luck. So Rabbite over here is not really a horrible pet to give, because it's the highest luck stat growing pet, which means that you let it do the killing blows and it will definitely increase the rate of rarer items dropping. So for example, what I was talking about earlier, going and farming the clear feathers or the wind caps, if you have higher rarity, they will just drop more frequently and you will get richer faster. So that's that. Now coming to catching, these eggs are right now awake, active, alert, all three things. So the easy way to go about it is that you just feed them. They won't come close to you, so whenever they see you, they will run away from you. So you have to drop food. Now, the way he said it, this is the monster egg. It can eat meat. If there are bird eggs, they don't eat meat. They only eat veggies. So you'll need to have produce with you. We can drop some monster meat and walk a bit away from it, and it will go and eat it. Once its stomach is full, it will just fall asleep, and then we can go and run up to it and catch it, is one way. Or the other way is, if you are looking at the egg carefully, you can see that it's facing us right now. So what we need to do is stand behind it all the time, and it's dumb enough that after a certain amount of time it will think that there is nobody around because it doesn't see anything, and it will just go quiet, drop its guard, and there will be 3 dots appearing on top of it. So that way you know that it has dropped its guard, and you can just run up to it and grab it. So we are going to do the other way around. I'm not going to drop food and waste it. Yeah, he does give us a few produce, but we don't really have to do that. See, now it's telling the direction in which it is looking, right? So you just go behind it. It's looking down, sideways. Gonna look sideways or down again. And it's fine. And the way it's delivered to the barn is, well, you guessed it right. So that's a different mechanic again, grazing and raising your pets. You can have up to a total of 5 pets, out of which 3 of those pets can gain experience at the same time, which means that you can put 3 pets on these grazing grounds, and whenever you are out killing monsters, each one of them will get, so you get the 50% XP and the remaining 50% is distributed between these. I think it's something like that. So if there are up to 3 monsters, each one gets up to 8% of the total XP that you earn. If there are 2, it's more. If there is just only 1, then it's like 25%, something like that. I'm not really confident about the numbers over there, but it goes on those terms. And any extra monsters that you grow they'll just you can sell them, or the last one will replace the first one. I think it follows that logic. Now every time monsters also has its own levels like your player character, and every time it levels up, it will gain stats, and it will also eat once. So there is a, you can have a basket of sorts, right, where you keep the food for these monsters. Every time they level up, they will go and eat it. So you have to, if you want to carefully foster your monster or grow it, your pet, you have to make sure that every time it levels up, you come back and feed it, and based on the food that you feed it, it will gain different stats, right? If you remember in previous episode, I showed you a couple of stats of a few produce that we looked into the encyclopedia. So it goes same way. Some will provide bonus magic and reduce defenses, some will do the other way around and stuff like that. Also, I mean, grazing monsters over here is one way, safer way, but you can just take them on the battlefield and let them do combat and train them in combat as well. Yeah, you can have up to 5. That's the only thing that I did not like. I should be able to keep as many as I want. Also, eggs sell for less than the monster itself. This is what I mean by the produce that you can feed it. Oh, and the produce not only affects the stats, but it also affects the personalities. So your monsters could go develop a personality like scheming, which means that they will stand back in the battle and not attack and, plan something. They could become lonely, which means they could be always sticking close to you. They could become aggressive, which means they will head on into 5-10 enemies and get killed immediately or something like that. I mean, heading on into 5 or 10 multiple enemies at the same time is going to get you stun locked. As you have seen, stunning is a mechanic which triggers after you get hit at a certain number of times. It's basically equivalent to, I am guessing, but it's something equivalent to poise in Dark Souls. Except stunning over here actually works on monsters and players alike, whereas poise doesn't work on players in Dark Souls. It's a myth. And that is basically all that there is to this quest. The egg that we have in the corral will hatch in a couple of days, and I'll just probably kick it out. I mean, sell it away. It's rabite though. I'm not really sure if I want to keep it or not. Well, the one that I want to keep is a spring ball, because its synchro effect is invincibility. Yes, you heard it right. It basically means that whenever the synchro effect is on, you don't take damage at all. And then there is the polter box or the mimic, as Souls fan may know it. That one increases your item drop rate, so that is going to be the first pet that I'll be farming. Pet, yes. It's gonna go and write down about pet. Considering that the cactus actually has a flower on his head, I think it's female. I mean, plants do have... Wait a minute, yeah, flowers are males as well, right? I don't really remember. It's been so long but since I attended school. I do know that they plants do have their two genders of reproductive organs. So next order of business is Wisdom of Gaia, I believe. Yes. This guy though. So again, the dialogue choices in this conversation are very specific. So if you go for this, you will just miss out on the quest again. And she is the party member now. Let's have a look at her nunchucks. Flail, basically. She has a Hellman body armor. And push toss, sorry. Setting sun, cyclone. So it's a cyclic cyclone, I believe. Back attack and around the world. Okay, which also means I need to check with R. Do I want to keep this or do I want to switch to something else? Let's go for the first one, grapple, defend and push. Do I have push? I'll keep defend over here and then push. Yes. And then these are the only two ones we have, right? Yeah. She doesn't have much to say. And we are heading back to the highway. One thing I did forget to check was her... is it? Okay, her single effect is also HP recovery, okay. That's the same for us as well. Oh, it's HP recovery plus, so I believe it's better version of what we have. Too many candies. Oh, one more clear feather. Nice. So it's the same place where we met her. That's our way to the previous boss room. So this time around we are going the other way around. Clear feather, please. Wow, actually. I don't believe I want to farm anything over here. And why the hell am I not being able to? Okay, that's a chocobo. It got hit. I think that's a rare drop. We already here. I actually want to go the other way then. Another flaming quill. Nice. Yes, there was certainly a way. This way. This is a good farming spot for XP and money. These two guys drop a lot of XP and money. And they're not that difficult to... Actually... See what I mean? And we mastered the ability of grapple. Since grapple is done, next is spin and grapple. Ah, they turn some bats into... They blacken some bats and then... That's racist, isn't it? Did see something over here. Is that a ghost? And an angry eye. Okay, not bad. Yes, this is the way we have to come back during another quest. And there's some dirt from the grave that has been placed in a... Yeah, this is the boss room, I believe. Or no, but that way is blocked. I think there's a way over here. Cool, we can go back then. How does grapple work? I need to check that as well. I absolutely don't remember anything. Yeah. I don't know, when it comes to the stick, she doesn't really move that fast, does she? I mean, especially when it's supposed to be picking up experience crystals, it feels like she gets stuck. Looker just like that, so you can just exit, enter, kill these two people again, and another 100 looker for you. Very easy. That's grapple, by the way. I still haven't figured it out properly, but yeah, it's funny for sure. Special technique, Maelstrom. I'll have to check that. Actually, I think I can equip it. But Candies and chocolates just restore your HP, nothing else. They don't do that so in real life, okay? It's one of the wisdoms, by the way. And we get a very important item, Forbidden Ring. Not only does it give us stats, but the good thing is it splits XP equally among your team members. So if you're having a pet following you and you want it to level up, it's the best thing to do. And then you don't have to worry about people stealing your XP. Everyone gets 50-50. Okay, we go back to home because we need to tell little cactus about our small adventure. Big face on the earth, yes. Mountain face. Cool. Okay, since we are upstairs, big face on a mountain. It's hard to believe, but my master saw it, so I guess it's true. Knows and doesn't know lots of things. What an amazing world. And there is Monster Corral. Now my master can bring back eggs of other animals to raise them as pets. I can't pet them because I'm all spiky, but humans will be okay because they aren't spiky like me. Hey, good thinking on you, buddy. Buddy who causes trouble later on. Okay, it's time to head this way. Yep. That's how you do gardening. We can check this. New ability, Whirl. Yep, just removing a couple of weeds. So remember I told you about like orchard, the front door garden basically, because this is in front of our house. The front door garden that we have over here. This is the thing. And victory. Right, so can I show my inventory? Right, so I have these things, right? I have big seed, small seed, long seeds, and well, that's all that I have. I can give him 4 of those at a time. 6 of these, 3 of these, 5 of these. We have plenty of these since we farmed that area twice or thrice. So let's just give him now. As you can see, big is green, small is red, long is purple, violet, and there are few more like and all that stuff. So these colors, you get the idea. So if you have white seeds, you will get white fruits. If you give him green seeds, you get green fruits and all that stuff. So I'm gonna give him 2 big seeds and I'm gonna give him 2 long seeds. So what he said was also true. Based on the mana level that we have at our home base, the rate of fruit growth is different, and it's also based on how rare the fruit is. If it's a rarer one, it will take more time, which is also basically why you need to plan these things out so that you can have your mana tree close to your home base or close to your orchard. That way, because mana tree provides maximum mana levels for all 7 elements, you could say, which means all the fruits will grow at maximum rate. And these grow over time, like it takes a few days, so you know how to pass time, right? Let's go and check on the barn. Yes. It's a rabbit, so I'm just gonna call it a rabbit. So that's your feed box, and you can feed rabbit with like these things. You can also put it to graze, you can sell it. And first thing that we need to do is go and tell Cactus about our big tree in the orchard. Grandpa tree. I think that's what it why? So difficult. I guess we have to go and harvest those crops before we can actually complete the quest, right? We haven't completed the quest. So let's just walk around the map for 3 or 4 days. It's not that difficult to do this. Fortunately, there is no time limit in this game, so... Yeah, we have a couple of fruits over here. So that's a squid. Yeah, that completes the quest. But you saw how we gave him some green seeds and some purple seeds, so... There were some purple fruits. Can't really recall their names. I really like the way the names, it's creative. So I think these are bell grapes. Lily pots. Okay, yeah. From the purple ones. That one is yet to grow, I believe. This one is grown up. I think those are armadillos. So I'll just give him 2 more seeds right now. Mr. Grandpa Tree is so big and scary, it makes me want to hide by his roots. His roots are like the best place to hide. Alright, that is going to be it for today. I do believe we have completed 3 quests. These are small right now, but they will get longer. The dungeons are gonna get longer, and then there's also gonna be grind. I'll also probably be grinding in between. Like, for example, I could go back to the highway right now and go find 2 more feathers. That would be 20,000 lucre, and then 4 more for the feathers, and that would be another 20,000 lucre for me, which is really lucrative right now, because I mean, I do have some gold, so I so want to go and grab a couple of instruments, because we could use those not only in fights, but even if we were to farm eggs in some boss areas, if I were to decide to do that. because boss areas are the places where the eggs spawn, and so do the spirits. And spirits, you need to farm them for the coins. Each spirit has its own, elemental silver and gold coins, which add respective powers to your weapons when you temper your weapons and armor with those things. So once we get to that, I'll probably give you a brief, but by no means I'm providing you with an in-depth explanation of all these things. The game is quite complex. There is a lot of mechanisms involved, and I, for one, I don't have the aptitude to learn everything again. I did this back when we actually played it when the game was released, but now I don't think I have the capacity to remember, redo everything, understand everything, and there's just a lot of other things going on in my head. And I just want to relive it for a while, complete it to keep it in my Steam record, and then just move on to the huge library or backlog that we are still looking at. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for joining me. And I'll see you. I'll hopefully be here tomorrow as well.